Good morning, y'all. It's your girl, Coach Shannon here, and I have a question for y'all today. And I'm just so curious because y'all make you better. You do. I don't know everything, but I've been doing this thing called parenting for a long time. I've been an empty nester for a long time. Had my kids at a very young age, so I was actually an empty nester at like 38 years old. So a majority of the first half of my life, I spent it being an active parent. Now that they are all adults, it's just me, and I'm not actively parenting. So my question is, does parenting ever really stop? Listen, and I want you to think about it from this perspective. When your kids move out, it does not make you not a parent. You're just not actively parenting, ing, actively doing something. You're not actively doing that anymore. So now you just go from actively being a full-time parent to just being a parent. Okay. But my question is for you. Does the parenting actually stop? Okay, I want to know. I want to know your feedback. I want to know what you think. I want to know how you feel about this, because a lot of people think that if I say I'm not being, if I say I'm not parenting, I've lost something. What else am I if I'm not a parent? Hold on. Before you were a parent, you were you. You had purpose, you had goals, you had dreams and aspirations, and then you became a mom, or you adopted some children, or you took somebody in, and then you became an active parent. But before you were a parent, you were you. After you become, and after your children leave the nest, empty nest, and I wish I could find another phrase for empty nest, and I really don't like it because we're not birds. That's just me though. But at the point when your kids leave the home and they out doing they want to, and they ain't gotta listen to you no more, and you really don't have no control. Hold on, side note. A lot of us think we still doing. A lot of us assert that control and still be trying to control like they were little kids. Hence, actively parenting versus just being a parent. We have to understand, like, oh, I gotta let them go. I gotta put them back in God's hands, where they were a gift to me. Now I gotta give them back because they was His before they were mine. They're not a possession; they're a gift. That's just me. Okay, back to what I was saying. So when we get to that point um, where they're out of our control, where they don't have to listen to us, where we see their values, where we see their morals, where we see their beliefs, where we see their ideas shift from what it is that we taught them, shift from being not being ours but from being theirs, shift to becoming an individual, shift to no longer being a child but a man or a woman. We have to, as parents, shift how we interact with them too. Okay. And that's kind of hard to do, because when we're doing that, we feel like, again, we're losing something. Y'all, we ain't losing the kids. Okay. It's just a change in season, and that's actually what we're grieving, the change. They're still our babies. They're still our kids. Whether they do what we think, what we taught them to do or not in this world, that's not on us anymore. We've done our best. We tried our best, and when we didn't know, we tried something else. We did the best, and our prayer can only be that they would do better than we did with them with theirs. Real talk. That's the prayer. So I just wanted to ask y'all that. Excuse me, I'm all wrinkled this morning. But I wanted to ask y'all that flat out. Does the parenting stop for you? For me, it did. And why? Um, because I had to start focusing back on me and what my call was, now that this season was over. Now that this midlife transition was taking place in my life, if I didn't let go of that season of being an active parent, it would have drove me cuckoo for Cocoa Pops. It was driving me cuckoo for Cocoa Pops. I didn't know what to do. I had been doing that so long, y'all, till that's all I knew, and I gave up everything for a long time. I put me on back. Y'all ain't want to go buy me no cute panties and bras and stuff because my kids needed panties and bras and socks and shoes and stuff like that. So I put me on pause. Now I go shop for me. Now I don't have to feel guilty about it. I don't have to have that guilt follow me. I have to, and it took a minute for me to readjust my mindset to that new reality. What about you? Is it taking you a long time to readjust your mindset to that new reality? I'm just so curious. I'm so curious. So, again, that's just my question. I see a lot of people saying, oh no, parenting never stops. But then you're super, super, super almost feeling disrespected when they don't do what you think they should do because of what you taught them. Okay, we get all up in our feelings and our emotions when we play this thing. I gave them everything. They owe me a phone call. They owe me the respect. And they do. Respect begets respect. We have to give them respect too. But or should they? Or can we not make anybody do anything? Or is it that we realize the only thing we have control over is us and how our reactions to said things that we don't have control over? That's it. Can't control, and I've said this a million times, we can't control the sun and the setting. We can't control when it rains, when it stops. We can't control traffic. We can't control anybody, y'all, including our kids. Because if we could have controlled our kids, we never would have had to discipline them. They would have did exactly what we wanted them to do. But hence is life. People have free will. They make choices and decisions, and we got to deal with it too. So, like I said, that is a question. Does the parenting end? Does it stop? Parenting, ing, versus being a parent. Is there a difference? Is there a difference? Let me know. I'm very, 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 very curious. And how do you deal with that? How do you deal with accepting, like, dang, I'm still their mama, but they gonna do what they want to do. I have no control whatsoever. And don't get me wrong, I know culturally different things happen. A lot of us in my community, what we do after our kids leave, we start being active so much in our grandkids' lives and their lives. We be the full-time babysitter, but we still forget that this thing right here, the life that we're living now and the season that we are in right now, y'all, is still an example for our children. That's the parent part. I'm doing this so you can see that when you get my age, when you reach this season in your life, this is what it can look like, and this is what it should be, and this is how it'll look for you if you see it. But at least I'm going to still set the example. If anything, that's the act of parenting. That's the parenting that we're doing now. If you still want to hold on to being an active parent, is doing for you so they can see the example of what you do for yourself in this season. So when they get there, they will do it in theirs. Yeah. So I know that was a lot. I know that might have sounded a little confusing, but I'm really, really curious. Does parenting end? Let me know. Check me if I'm wrong. I ain't gonna say check me, but let's discuss our differences in opinions. I'm very, very, very curious. Let me know if something I said made some sense or gave you a light bulb moment, and you know, made you think again, made you rethink that thing, because that's what we have to do when we reach that season. We have to shift our perspective. We have to change. We have to grow. A lot of times we have to, you know, what we like to call update that internal software and see, okay, if those beliefs that I had a long time ago still align with where I am right now today. And a lot of times, a whole bunch of the time, we don't sit down and do that. We stay stuck in what was, what will be, what was, and what has been, shall I say? And ooh, y'all, when that season change, if we don't adapt and adjust to the season, it's like having your Christmas tree up in July. It just don't look right. Or it's like being caught in the summertime with your winter clothes on, and in the wintertime with your summer clothes on. Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. No, 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 baby. That can kill you, literally, but figuratively in your mind and your season. It can destroy a lot. It can destroy your purpose. It can destroy, I'm not going to say it can destroy your purpose. It can thwart your purpose going forward. Like, you were made for more. You're not just that. You are a dimensional creature, being, person, not just one thing. Just saying. We are, what was I saying? This just be so good to me. But no, real talk, we are at this stage in our life where we have to adjust some things and make some adjustments so we can continue to live out this part of our life and not get stuck in transition. And a lot of us are stuck in transition, filling those voids, the void of missing our kids, the void of not being an active parent, the void of what do I do with myself now, the void, I'm not going to game after game after game after practice after practice after practice, and my life is not just my kids' life. Oh God, my life is now mine, and I still got something to do. Now what? If you ever ask yourself that question, put that in the chat. Now what? What now? What do I do with myself now without making it harder for me to move forward? Because y'all, come here real quick. It doesn't have to take a long time for you to adjust to this season. Some people have been stuck in it for years. Some relationships have been broken and hurt because of your push to remain the same, for things to remain like they were, and they're not. No. So I just wanted to jump on here real quick, tell y'all happy day, happy day, happy day. Sending much love out to you, and I want to hear back from you. Let me know. I'm about to put this on all my social media platforms because I want to know, like, real talk. Is this something that does the parenting stop? Does it really go from parenting to just being a parent for you? Let me know. Holla. See y'all later.